Hi Gemini, this is your reading, your general reading for the month of October. I have actually had to shorten the general readings and also the relationship readings purely because I want to start doing the readings for the month of October for the single people. So in terms of time, I've had to kind of change the spread. But anyway, as usual, I have already pre-shuffled and laid out your cards. Having a quick look at your cards, I have to say this I think is going to be a very positive month for you. But let's get straight into it. Now, the first card we have is the World card. It is a major arcana card, and it is the last card in the major arcana, and it's like you have gone full circle. All the lessons you, so to speak, you've needed to learn, you have possibly achieved lots of things that you've needed to achieve. It is a very good card. It is the energy that's being brought in this month. It's a card about completion, about the birth of something new. It's about things coming to an end so new beginnings can begin. It's a new chapter of your life starting. As one old chapter ends, a new one begins. As one door closes, another door now opens. It can be literally about traveling to new places, new countries. It can be the start of some whole new beginning within your life. It's a very successful card. It normally indicates a successful outcome in something you are now going to begin. As I said, it's like this whole, it's like going full circle. It's literally like you have achieved everything you've needed to achieve. So now that chapter of your life is going to close. So a whole new chapter in your life can begin. It's a really positive card, and it's a great card to have as your overall energy for this month. Now, what's crossing this World card is another great card. It is the Magician. Now, it's good that this card follows because this is the number one card in the major arcana. So you're now starting a whole new chapter within your life with the World card. And the Magician has shown up to tell you that you have everything you need to start this new chapter. In front of him, he has a cup, a pentacle, a sword, and a wand. All the tools are there on his table for him now to start this whole new chapter. He's pointing up and pointing down, so to speak of, what is above, so too shall be below. It's a fantastic card to have. It's another positive card to get. It's about action and movement. It's about having confidence. It's about having a whole new perception on things. Again, it can speak of travel. Overall, it is just a really positive card, and it's shown up on top of the World card to remind you and to emphasize to you that as this whole new chapter of your life is now going to start to begin, you are not to fear that in any way, because you have all the tools in front of you. You have what it takes to start this new chapter. So have the confidence in your abilities to know that whatever you wish to achieve now, you can. Now, again, another positive card. We have the Ace of Swords. Now, aces, again, are all to do with new beginnings, okay? So, most definitely, I feel that there are some Geminis out there that are starting whole new beginnings and chapters within their life. The swords do represent air. They represent our mind, our thoughts, our thinking, our logic, our whole mindset. The swords are your own energy. They represent Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So you have your own energy here. Now, this card has fallen within the foundation of this reading, okay? And again, as I said, the Ace of Swords is about a new beginning. It's almost like, it's like a breakthrough moment, but mentally now, okay? It's like all of a sudden you get one of those aha moments where everything just seems to click mentally, where you just seem to get it. You just seem to get the clarity within your thoughts and thinking regarding a situation or a person. You know, it's a great omen, this card. It's a card of victory, of success with any projects that you are going to start. It shows that you've used your intelligence. You know, overall, it's a card of new beginnings, okay? But new beginnings within your mindset as well, okay? So it's literally like having this breakthrough where things become so clear to you. As I said, it's like a new understanding of a situation or an issue within your life. It's having a breakthrough within your perception of things, within your thoughts. As I said, you know, so far this reading is so positive. It actually makes me wish I was a Gemini. Now, the next card we have, which has fallen in your past position, is the Knight of Wands. Wands are fire energy. They are to do with our actions, okay? Movement. Movement at a fast pace. Now, the wands represent Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, as I always tell you, it doesn't mean that you are dealing with one of those signs. It can be just the energy, okay? Now, the Knight can be a person in your life, okay? But it doesn't have to be. Now, the Knight of Wands, it can be a card about the pursuit of an idea, okay? So it's possible that in the past, possibly the near past, that you've had an idea and you are starting to pursue this idea, because as I said, the wands are fire energy and they are all to do with movement and action. So it's possible that with the Ace of Swords, the idea was in your mind, because the swords represent our thoughts, okay? Now, as I said, the Knight of Wands is now, it's like you've started to pursue this new idea already, okay? In terms of a person, okay, if it is a person in your life that you've had in the past, and when I say past, it could be yesterday, it could be last week, okay? It's somebody that is very charismatic, very much like an action man, okay? Now, because it is a knight, it doesn't have to be a male. It can be a female, okay? And, you know, so it can be like an action type woman, you know, who is all about action and doing things and motivating other people. In terms of decisions that have had to be made, it can be, you know, that now it's like it can be an indication of fast moving deals or long awaited decisions are now reached, okay? Because as I said, it is very much about action. But it can show progress within business or creative affairs. Again, it is another great card for travel, long distance travel. It can also indicate that it's possible that in the near past you could have met somebody within your work environment. It's a good positive omen for money. All in all, it's another positive card. It's about the fact that there may be you may have had an idea about something and now you're putting the idea into practice, okay? Or as I said, if it's representative of a person in your life, then it could be somebody who is very, as I said, very charismatic, very much like an action man, somebody that says they're going to do something, has a thought about doing something and then actually does it, and does it quickly, doesn't waste any time. You know, as an example, you know, and this is a flimsy example, but the type of person who says, oh, you know, I want to go away next weekend, and then boof, goes and books the weekend, it's all booked, it's paid for, it's done, and you go. You know, it's somebody, it can be somebody very much like that, but a positive card. Now, here for the present moment, we have the Nine of Swords. Again, the swords are your own energy, okay? It is reversed. Now, the Nine of Swords is, within this whole reading, this is the most negative card within your reading, okay? Because all the others are very positive. Now, when it's reversed, it can very much indicate that there may have been a situation that has created some feelings within you, almost of despair, okay? But what this card is about, because as I said, the swords is to do with our mind and our thoughts. So it's possible that you could still be having some mental anguish in regards to something that has already happened, okay? Some situation within your life has created some form of mental anguish that for some reason is still there. It may be in the back of your mind, but this kind of stress or worry or mental anguish is still niggling away in your mind. But what this card shows is that you need to release those worries and those stresses now, because your life is improving, and in a dramatic way from what I've seen with this reading. You know, as I said, all these cards have been so positive. Whole new chapter of your life is now beginning. So if anything in the past has happened that has created this negativity within your mindset, you need to try to release it, because it's your negativity now within your thoughts that is preventing you from seeing that things are improving and going to improve. That life is turning a new corner. That one chapter of your life is now ending and another is beginning. So you need to get out of this negative mindset of feeling stressed or worried or despairing, or, as I said, having this mental anguish regarding something. Release that now from your thoughts. It's not serving you to think that way. All those thoughts are doing is keeping you mentally within a negative situation that has already happened. You need to release those negative thoughts now. Whatever has happened has happened. Leave it, let it go. Leave it where it is in the past, and don't allow it to have an effect on your here and now and your future, because your life is getting better and it's going to continue to get better. But you have to have a more positive frame of mind to be able to see that these new changes are taking place. Now, in your final outcome, we have another major arcana, which is the Empress. Now, as I said, this has fallen within your final outcome position, okay? Now, the Empress, she represents fertility and harmony and love, abundance, productivity, okay? The Empress shows up to show that materially, on a material front and a domestic front, life is going to become more comfortable. You're going to feel more secure within your life, either to do within your domestic world or your finances or overall, okay? You're going to start to feel more comfortable. Now, the Empress is very much a mothering type figure, okay? And sometimes the Empress can predict a pregnancy. So if those of you out there are trying to become pregnant, it is possible that that may happen. If those of you are not wanting to become pregnant, then please, take the appropriate precautions, because it's possible it could happen. It may be somebody within your environment that becomes pregnant, okay? If you are a man looking at this reading, maybe your partner will become pregnant. But it doesn't have to mean that, but it can be a symbol of pregnancy. It shows somebody that prefers a more conventional relationship, okay? That when I say conventional, I don't want it to come across as though that stereotypical 1950s type housewife, but somebody who likes the man to be the man and the woman to be the woman. Because the Empress is very feminine in her outlook, in her approach, in the way others perceive her. A very feminine lady, okay? And as I said, a nurturing lady, somebody that nurtures others. Somebody, when you think of a mother, you think of her being loving and kind and nurturing. And that's what the Empress represents. Somebody, who has those characteristics. And just generally, it just shows an abundance of material on a material and emotional level. So, to summarize, because this reading is actually going to be quite short, purely because it is so positive. And to summarize, the only negative card you have here is the Nine of Swords reversed. But that's not negative in the sense of bad things going to take place. That card, as I said, is your mindset. For some of you, you may have this, as I said, this mental anguish or this negative outlook regarding things or something at the moment, and that card has purely shown up to tell you that it's your negative mindset that is preventing you from seeing that your life is taking on a whole new chapter, and a very positive one. You have the Magician there that's telling you to have the confidence, because you have the ability to create all the changes that you are desiring. You have all the tools there to help you. The World card has shown up as your overall energy to tell you that one door of your life is now closing and a new door is opening. A whole new chapter is beginning. You have the Empress there as your final outcome card, showing you that there, it very much indicates an abundance regarding your material and your emotional world, okay? Things are very good and very positive, and you need to get out of any negative thinking. If something has happened in the past to create that negativity within your mindset, then just leave it where it should be, in the past. Do not allow it to continue to affect your present and your future, because your future is looking extremely rosy. It's all to do with gaining the Ace of Swords. Gaining clarity within your thoughts, stepping away from the Nine of Swords negativity, and having clarity now within your thoughts. New beginning within your mindset. Because then you can see that your actual life, your external world, is now changing, and changing for the better. So I don't need to clarify any of these cards here. I'm not going to clarify the Nine of Swords to find out what this mental anguish is, because as far as I'm concerned, that mental anguish has already taken place, and it should be left in the past, and it should not be allowed to have an effect on your future. So I'm not going to waste time in clarifying what is causing that negativity in your mindset, because the fact that the card is reversed is showing you that it's happened, it's done, it's been and gone, and you need to change your mindset. Like the Knight, the Ace of Swords, you need to gain clarity within your thoughts. You need to allow that breakthrough moment to come through, where you go, aha, there we go. It's done, it's finished, it's sorted, I'm going to move on. So I won't clarify that card, because this reading is so positive. And really, that's all I can say. Just look to the future. Just embrace this whole new chapter that's going to open up, and know that you have everything there within yourself to be able to create this new chapter, and for it to be a very positive one. And to know that emotionally and materially within your life, things are going to get better and improve. So there we go, Gemini. A very positive reading for the month of October. Now, of course, this reading is not going to resonate with every Gemini. I know that, okay? But maybe some of this reading will resonate with some of you, okay? I hope, because of it being so positive, it resonates with all of you. But anyway, If you've liked this reading, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't, give it the thumbs down. Please leave a comment if you wish to do so. I love to read all the comments that you leave, and as you must realize now from all my previous videos, I always reply to every comment that is left for me, because I do really appreciate the time you've taken to send me a message. If you would like a private reading, then please check on my previous videos. All my contact details are there in the description box, and I would be more than happy to do a private reading for anyone that requires it. So I will be back again very soon to do your relationship reading and the new readings for the single people. So until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you. Bye.